Oops, sorry about that. Welcome, everybody. If you were here yesterday, I'm sorry, but also thank you. Because yesterday was a little wild. If you weren't here yesterday, my internet was just bad for, I don't know, just no reason. I didn't know why. But it seems to, knock on wood, have been resolved. It just does that sometimes, and there are options though that I'm looking into now. So that shouldn't happen again, and when it gets resolved, I can start streaming more frequently. So hopefully that goes all right. Some weird shit has been happening past couple days. Right, yesterday I was not in a good state of mind, and it was hard for me to find what I wanted to say. And to be honest, it is still a little, much to process for me. Yeah, I don't have my webcam hooked up. I just don't really give a shit about my appearance today. Nor do we really need it, because we're going to be looking at some stuff today. It's not just going to be me talking. So, yeah, it's a lot to process. I don't think it's sunken in, because it's a lot, right? People like to say that it's just a number, but it represents a lot more than that. It's like persistence, there's just the work that it took to get there, and you're being recognized, like, tangibly for it, too, because I get, you know, the plaque, which is still surreal to me. There was a time where I didn't think this would happen. They say it's just a number, but it really isn't. Like, that's people. 100,000 people have decided, I want to watch more of this, and have decided to click a button. And I think that represents a little bit more than people let on. Anyway, regardless, just want to say thanks again for the support. It's incredible. The support that you guys show, the understanding when videos take longer. Videos take long because of the effort that I need to put in, but also just because of the fucking just pandemic, man. It's difficult. So thank you so much. I appreciate everything you say, everything that you guys have done to show support, share the videos around, and comment, and just great. But enough of that, because I wanted to take a little bit of a stroll down memory lane a little bit. We're gonna be looking at some old videos of mine, right? And not just like the first video that's public on my channel either. We're gonna be looking at a lot of stuff. That's the first thing on the agenda today. And then we'll also just be messing around. I'll be answering some questions, and then we'll call it a night. This is gonna be fun, though. I haven't looked at some of these videos in a long time. Let's sort by date. Okay, here we go. So I now have the first video I uploaded to my channel open here. And you're probably not going to be expecting what I'm about to show you. Hold on, how do I get this to show? Give me a quick sec. That's VLC. There we are. This was the very first video I uploaded to this channel. Look, there's my old username too. Dark Mario. So, do you guys remember Family Guy Online? Honestly, I wouldn't blame you if you don't. It was an MMO. And you got to be honest, at the time it was pretty cool because you know how there were Simpsons games that like you could explore the Simpsons, like Hit and Run was a big deal because you could explore all of Springfield, or South Park, that canceled Xbox game that almost came out where you could explore all of South Park. This was a big deal because of that, because it was all Family Guy. However, Family Guy in 2012 was not nearly as good as it was in, say, 2001. Family Guy, just after it got the 4th season and kept going, it was hit or miss. It was very up and down. But that's not the point. The point is that I have a gameplay video of it here. This was the first video I ever uploaded. It was a Fraps recording test. Oh, there's actually audio. Damn. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Oh, Jesus, there it is. It was an MMO. Why am I a ninja? Why am I... What is this? I don't remember recording this at all. I remember the game, but I don't remember this at all. So this is almost new to me. The game looks fun? No. So what am I doing? Just walking around the same street? Yeah, it's nothing special, but it's just funny to see. But that's not, it's not really the highlight here that I wanted of the stream that I wanted to show you. It does kind of look like a DS game. It doesn't look like they put too much effort into it. Oh shit, I closed the window. But that's not... That's the first video I uploaded, and I uploaded a few others after that. Some I will and will not show. These are all private, by the way. There's no way you can see them. So these are kind of exclusive looks at these videos. Oh. Ooh, this is fun. I had another one for you, and this is going to be a real treat. So, the second video that I uploaded that I wanted to show you today had a bit more effort put into it, and effort I use loosely. So I was a big fan of Chugga Conroy growing up. His Let's Plays are still very good. They're well edited, well constructed. He's making awesome content. Considering that Let's Plays have kind of been milked dry on YouTube, it's amazing that he still manages to put out just consistently quality stuff. Um, so are you guys having trouble with the video or audio? I just brought up the next video here. This video is also private. I wanted to be like Chugga Conroy. And this was uploaded around the same time I made the channel. Oh, hey! Brandon. Sergeant Mario's here. Speaking of which, Sergeant Mario 101 here in chat was around in the beginning. This is... I don't think this is the same Let's Play. The Let's Play he is referring to was way older than this, from 2010. The one that he's thinking of. 2010, 2011. So this is actually a remake of that. But this... oh god, this one was awful. This one was still pretty bad. You're going to hear prepubescent me speak in a second. And so what I did, because I didn't have much to work with, is I zoomed my video camera I had at the time that I got for my birthday into the TV. And I was like, this is good enough. It clearly wasn't. The TV was a CRT as well, so you had that going on. And I knew the game pretty well. I still do. So I figured I could do this, and this was what came out of it. Are you ready for this?
Hey guys, welcome to my Let's Play of Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Yeah, and I'm redoing it from my last Game Anyone Let's Play.
Game Anyone. That is a story. Oh man. So yeah, there was at first it was an old YouTube channel that no longer exists. And then it was GameAnyone.com where you'd make walkthroughs, and I just like shit content out onto that website. There was no quality standard, and the mods were not happy. So obviously that didn't last, and I destroyed it. But then when this channel came along, I was like, okay, sure, yeah, let's try again. Maybe make some better content. By the way, this Let's Play came out before Wind Waker HD was released. The Wii U was like brand new when this Let's Play was made. Yes, I am filming the TV with a camcorder in this video.
Big bro!
Nope, I physically cannot. I can't do it. I'll skip through it a little bit, but oh my god, no. Okay, keep going. So,
Big brother, big brother.
Me humming to the music. Good commentary there, bro.
Big brother! She found him. Why is she using a telescope, though? Like, he's like...
That is also something that I probably stole from Chugga Conroy, because I think he made the same comment. She's using a telescope to look 5 feet in front of her. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, the resolution, you're a fan of this? Let me look at the YouTube resolution says 720p, but sure, it certainly doesn't look like that.
I knew you'd be here. Boom, ninja.
Oh no. Well, you get the gist. I made these for a while. I played through the entire game like this. And... like, the entire game. It was like 50 parts. And this was the whole thing. It went from February till September, I think. Oops. Damn it, I closed the window again. But yeah, no, it ran for a while. It wasn't just a one-time thing. I did the entire game like that. Until I got a new TV and it looked slightly better, but I still didn't have a capture card until a few years later. So that was that. I don't know if I have the thumbnail for that video anymore, but it looked bad. I also don't think I have my old video camera either. Do I do YouTube full time? Yes. As of last year, I went full time with YouTube. I have you guys to thank for that. So thanks again. Right, so let's move on here. Those Let's Plays went on. I did like Wind Waker, Call of Duty 4. That was a weird one. Super Luigi Galaxy, also ripping off Chica Conroy. I wasn't original. I was uploading every day though. Because the content was garbage. There were times I didn't even throw it in editing software. I'd just upload the raw file from my SD card after recording. They all got like, at most they would get like 30 views. It was surprising that they'd even get that. No, I'm very happy to be where I am, yeah. Oh, I did Madagascar the game as well. They did not get very many likes. It was just dislikes and just, whatever. I'm trying to find a point. I'm scrolling through a lot of videos here. There's a point where things turn around a little bit. Let me answer some questions real quick, because I think I have a next video here. Am I planning to review every Zelda game? Yes. We're doing Four Swords Adventures and Triforce Heroes next. And after that, it'll be a very in-depth video on Wind Waker. What do you think about ROM sites and emulation, especially with Nintendo? Do you think it's a sinful crime, or do you think it's justified? Well, honestly, if, like, Nintendo isn't going to provide a service, then yeah, I mean, if sometimes it's the only viable option. And by the way, like, Gabe Newell once said that if pirates are offering a better service, then, people are going to go with the pirates, obviously. And that's why Gabe Newell strove to create a service that was better than pirating. And that's why we have Steam. Which, when Half-Life 2 came out, it wasn't very well received, but later on it became a little better. Okay, so here's the next video we're going to look at, also private. I don't think any of these are unlisted. Oh shit, don't play. I did not have a capture card at this point, but I borrowed one from a friend. My friend Tyler, who you've seen on the channel. Thank you, Jesse. I really appreciate that. Thank you. This was when by the way, my voice had dropped by this point, so it's not going to be as cringy. I'm just hoping that, no, probably, nah, never mind. But yeah, no, I borrowed a capture card from Tyler, who owned one just for the sake of owning one. I guess he wanted to make more videos, but he's preoccupied with his own work now. Nowadays, he's doing his own thing, but he's still helping out with videos, and he's a great friend, and I've known him for a long time, and I really appreciate everything that he's done for me. So, yeah, he's going to be helping with Four Swords as well, speaking of that. Anyway, this was when things started to change a little bit. I got a little better at commentary after some practice.
Start on the invisible zero. Anyway. Oh yeah, there's an intro. Hey guys, welcome to Liam Triforce Versus. In this series, I'm basically just going to have a bunch of...
I don't remember how old I was when I recorded this. If it was 2015, I would have been in high school. probably junior year. Yeah.
Every like on and off. I don't know how often I'll.
There were some good moments in this. We just played Smash Brothers. That was as simple as it was, but it had structure compared to my other stuff. There was editing. Not really fast editing. It was more like Game Grumps, I guess I could compare it to. Game Grumps or Oni Plays or something. This predates Oni Plays, though. It was more like Game Grumpsy kind of thing. And the quality's not that bad, either.
Should I just kill myself?
No.
Like,
No. The match continues.
That doesn't seem fair at all.
I don't care.
I'm very kind in this. What happened? Hold on. Let me get context for that.
Not good?
Well, it's not that it's not good. It's just Super Rehash Brothers.
Oh, I remember this.
3-1 now.
Oh, Mario makes money.
Well, they're not making.
How is this stage legal? How is this stage legal? Are you kidding me,
kill
Nabbit?
myself? That doesn't seem fair.
I don't think it was legal, Liam. If Nabbit could just kill you. But, stupid. Oh, man. But, memories, I guess. Right. So that was that video. I don't really have much to say about that one. It was just... It had more structure, and it was kind of chill, and my commentary got better, although that was a little something. And then I kept going. I did co-op commentary with a friend of mine, and things got... I got a little better at what I was doing. But it wouldn't be until later that year where things started to take off a little bit. And I know some people in chat probably remember these videos I'm about to show you. I can't show... Okay. Oh, I was about to show you a different video that I made. But I can't... Oh, because it was a TV show. I can't show you on stream. Sorry. But I did make written content briefly. It was my first jab at it. But that wasn't where things took off. They did okay. Where things actually took off was... Give me a second. I put out a casting call for a let's play of the original Shantae on Game Boy Color. And I know some of you in chat probably remember this. Not a casting couch, a casting call. This was... Oh, please don't play the audio. Yeah. So this was a Let's Play of the original Shantae with voice acting. It was very unique. Oh, there's my recommended videos. Let's see what's recommended. Old Tomska videos, Uncle Dane. I've been watching Uncle Dane recently, yeah. Scott the Woz. Amelia Watson streaming Obra Dinn. That's a great game. Anyway. I'm glad my recommended wasn't filled with garbage, because sometimes it is. And that could have been embarrassing. Right, so this is, fun fact about Uncle Dane. He has seen my TF2 video. Actually, he's, subscribed to me, which is a great honor because I love his content. Yeah, it says with voice acting in parentheses. I don't remember giving the voice actors much in the way of direction for these. And these are private now, to the dismay of many. But, not this particular Let's Play. I think the later Shantae playthroughs were to the dismay of many. Because people really enjoyed them. And I enjoyed making them. And because they were unique, they obviously did pretty well. Especially when Half GD Hero came out. The following year. I don't care about my content. I'll just give you... Or I don't care about my commentary. That was a Freudian slip, I swear. So, let's see what the voice acting sounded like. This was 6 years ago. Oh, the audio's so quiet.
What? Not another pirate attack. I'd better warn Scuttletown.
So the funny thing about the woman that voiced Shantae is she actually is not really funny. It's just interesting to know. She actually ended up going on to work with Funimation. She is in English dubs of anime now. I think I mentioned her in an update video at one point or another. But she ended up doing pretty wild stuff, and she voiced 3 characters in this playthrough. She voiced Shantae, Risky, and Roddy Tops. Quality's much better because I had a computer of my own, so I could record an emulator. She ended up doing some pretty cool shit, yeah. Not Megami33, no. Her name's Skinny Minnie. You can look her up. Spelled Skinimini. Mimic was voiced by me, so let's see how this sounds.
Oh, look.
It starts with me making a little moan sound. That's fun.
Oh, look what those Tinkerbats did to my workshop.
Oh no. Oh, it sounds. Oh lord. I guess I got better at the voice as time went on. I think everybody did. They got better at the voices. The voice acting, it wasn't anything special. Looking back, I'm more passionate about ADR directing now, and voice directing and voice acting in general. So it probably would have been way better if we went back and dubbed this game again. She also, yeah, that's a fun fact as well. She also ended up voicing Midna in my written content. A year or 2 later, and she voiced her until 2018 when I stopped doing those little skits because they didn't really fit the flow of videos anymore. We'll talk about that later. So, but yeah, essentially we got better at these voices as time went on. It's hard for me to look back at all of these. Let's hear.
On my last dig when I unearthed an ancient vault.
I was probably 16 or 17 when I made this video. And my voice actually sounds deeper back then, for some reason.
Inside was a diagram.
Maybe it's just how I enunciate.
Of a strange contraption. Here's how the thing works.
Oh lord. That posh accent. Bro, what? Ugh. It's mainly just me. I probably was trying slightly.
Pressure to turn a wheel indefinitely.
It's more like when streamers or let's players read out text in a game in a silly voice, right? That's what it reminds me of. But this went pretty far. Like, we did the rest of the Shantae games up until Half Genie Hero, and it got to the point where I was so proud of the cast and like. The entire team had such a passion for this series that we ended up working on a pitch for an animated series that ultimately went nowhere. That's a little fun fact for you. We had some pitch documents together. I could probably dig those up if I could find them. But I don't think they would have. I think if they wanted to produce a series, they would have done it in-house. So obviously it went nowhere. But Way Forward has seen these videos and they have acknowledged them. So that's pretty cool. Right. So from there I started doing more written content just for myself. My Let's Plays got better because I finally got a capture card. But the recordings weren't very high quality. And I would show you an example, but it seems that Chrome has crashed. Oh, am I still live? Shit. I am. Okay, good. Chrome, yeah, okay, it looks like my YouTube Studio's bugging out. Damn. Okay, well, that's okay, because I still have backups of all these videos. Oh, hey, we're good. Right, give me a quick second and I'm going to find the next video. I have backups of these videos, so we don't need to use YouTube anymore. Can you guys hear me in chat, by the way? I'm worried that my internet just died on me. It looks like I'm still live, though. Where's the alternate universe where the pilot got greenlit? Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, I am still live. Good. Whew. Let me bring up the backups of my old videos. So, these are still live. We're going into the territory where I haven't unlisted or privated these videos. Thank you, Arthur. We didn't get paid a damn thing for the pilot. We wrote a few scripts and recorded some dialogue, but that was it. Oh, also we drew design documents for the characters. That was fun, actually. That was a really fun little... It gave me the experience I needed to actually work on a pitch for a TV show, which is something that I still want to do someday. Canadian animation, by the way, is... Oh, it's in a bad place, and there's... I have this dream of making it better for everybody. Something like Avatar, an equivalent, maybe. Although I'd probably only make something a quarter as good as Avatar. Right, anyway, so let me see what video backups I have. Do I have Thai? Nope, I gotta go to my backup folder. Right, so the first video I made was on Ty the Tasmanian Tiger for GameCube. I'm having trouble finding it. Did I find it? Where is this? Do I not have a backup of this video? There are notable Canadian animated series. I know some people aren't very fond of 16, but I genuinely think it's a great show. But shows in the vein of Avatar? No, not really. Maybe Stormhawks, I think people liked. Invincible was partially produced in Canada, if you want to count Invincible. Although Netflix is definitely giving Canadian animation studios more of a platform to do this stuff. Give me a quick sec. It looks like YouTube Studio is allowing me to fucking scroll again. It broke for some reason. There's a lot of content to comb through, and I'm skipping over a lot of my history, but you get the gist. I don't want to repeat myself. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. It was in June 2016, which is 5 years ago, almost on the dot. Yeah, a few days ago, it would have been 5 years. And why don't we watch it in its entirety? I mean...
Let me take...
Oh, there's my voice. Yeah, why don't we watch it in its entirety, huh? This video is from June 4th, 2016, and this was the, this was the beginning of written content. And I tried to do a lot. I tried to see, like, I wanted to be like a lot of people I was watching at the time. The video essay format was relatively new. So I was really just finding my footing. This game, because of that, holds a special place in my heart, and I do genuinely really enjoy this game. It's not perfect, but it's fun. So, let's watch this video again.
Let me take you back to the late 90s. Video games had taken a massive leap in technology unlike anything the world had ever seen.
Okay.
The Nintendo 64 launched in 1996 with Super Mario 64, a game with a fully 3D environment to explore and various vast levels. Following suit,
You know, I haven't seen this in a while, but my narration back then wasn't terrible. I figured it was going to be a little more dull. Like I had no energy. You know, my delivery was terrible. Yeah, it's weird.
with the 3D platforming trend would be Crash Bandicoot in the
It's
same
not well mixed, I can tell you that much.
year, Sonic Adventure in 1998, and etc. However, I feel that the cream of the crop of 3D platformers from this era came from Rareware. They previously developed Donkey Kong Country, a revolutionary game for the Super Nintendo, but when that new technology came along, these motherfuckers knew what to do.
Oh, that's right. I unnecessarily swore back in these videos. I remember that.
Banjo-Kazooie was what I consider the prime example of how they conquered 3D platforming.
Oh lord. Oh, this might be rough to get through.
Levels were filled to the brim with things to do and collect. The collectibles in particular made the game so much more involved. The player was encouraged for exploring and searching for new things to do. Rareware was so good at creating rich worlds for the players to become invested in.
Well, when you say it sounds like me
Those
now,
Rareware
I guess I can't talk over myself. When you say it sounds like me now, I guess it's more like I got better at narration and my voice was less squeaky. Put it kindly. Steve, bro. What did I say about spamming? Thank you.
Setting the groundwork for 3D platformers with games like Banjo-Kazooie, other developers had a lot to live up to.
This orange background, I retired in 2018, I think, because it was fucking blinding. Like, just looking at it now, if you're watching this in a dark room, you're gonna damage your eyesight. So I just showed this commercial in its entirety. This is still a good commercial. I mean, it's a pretty bold claim that you're like better than all these guys, but good commercial.
Holy shit.
Of course, I exaggerate that
Chrome
point.
Studios had their idea for competitor in 2002. I actually saw this commercial when I was a kid, and you bet your ass I was intimidated. It could also be I was very young and easily shat my pants at the time, but whatever. This guy,
Funny joke, bro.
Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, was supposed to be the next big anthropomorphic animal mascot in town. Following in popular
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the orange either.
footsteps, Ty was gonna kick some ass and take names. Now I only played this game for the first
So this
time.
video, by the way, is still live on the channel. You can still watch it. Because I feel it's important to know how, or it's nice to see how a content creator evolves. And I'm not particularly, I won't say embarrassed by this video. But I am not, I guess not proud of it. Well, I guess that's not the right, I just, not a fan of it. I am proud of it because it was a stepping stone, but not a fan of it.
2014. I had to wait 12 years to finally get my hands on Ty. Did it live up to my tremendous expectations? Well, let's find out. I'm Liam Triforce, and this is Ty the Tasmanian Tiger for the Nintendo GameCube. Now I'd like to address how welcoming the title screen.
So let's talk about the, oh yeah, I have fixation on title screens. Because they're important. But like, let's talk about this. I figured to stand out, I needed to use like a mascot or like cartoon skits. And I figured, well, if my name is Triforce, then I might as well use a Zelda character. And I settled on Midna after considering Skull Kid as well. Skull Kid would have been fun too. In looking back, I'm glad I chose this character instead of Skull Kid because Skull Kid I can't imagine writing for that character. But Midna was a pain in the ass to draw for the artist at the time because of the helmet. So that was something. I didn't start doing the skits until the year after this video.
Screen is in this game. The theme tune is extremely memorable, and while nothing seems too flashy, I started to become intrigued by the game. It's not extreme levels of intriguing, but it certainly put me in a good mood. The opening cutscene...
Really? That's what you had to say about the title screen? There's nothing really intriguing about it other than the boomerang. I mean, like... maybe the drawings and stuff. It's okay.
It's
I
not
don't know.
extreme levels of intriguing, but it certainly...
I had a fixation on title screens, though. Wind Waker,
The opening
Twilight
cutscene
Princess,
really adds to
stuff
that
like
as
that.
well. The story itself, though, in Ty the Tasmanian Tiger is not...
I didn't draw Midna, by the way. That was, oh, it does look like she has massive boobs. What the fuck? I think that's just the pose. Oh my god, I never noticed that! That's funny. What's wrong, bro? Are you intimidated?
not really that interesting. Not that I really expected it to be. It's a platformer. It involves an evil turkey named Boss Cass stealing magic talismans and trying to become
Title screens are important, and I'm glad you clarify their
the
importance.
ruler of Australia. Also, Ty is the last of his kind or something. I seriously didn't pay any attention to the story in this.
Oh boy. You know, there are some things that you adapt when you're writing reviews like this. Reviews in quotations. Giving a plot summary of a game where the plot really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things is unnecessary, and I never revisit this again. The plot never gets talked about in this video, as far as I'm aware.
Believe me,
So
I
I
tried.
just gloss over it.
I guess Boss Cass is trying to be at the top of the food chain by stealing these talismans. I'm sorry, it's just not interesting to me. I'm also confused about that last part. He wants to stop mammals from being at the top of the food chain.
Oh no.
No, that's not how biology works. You can't do that.
What?
Fuck it, it's a video game.
I don't know if I can get through this, bro.
If there's anything that did grab
This
me about the
sucks.
story, though, it was its presentation. I really like the CG cutscenes in the game, and the voice acting is top-notch and really enjoyable.
I found you a second boomerang.
That's great. Where is it?
See that tree over there?
Yeah?
Well, it's not there.
The dialogue is also really funny, and sometimes poetic.
Look, mate, life wasn't meant to be easy. Easy.
What?
Beauty, butler, bonza!
No, I don't want to watch this anymore. Thank you for joining the stream today. What the what was the point? I'm so confused by my decision here. Oh, okay. I guess the joke wasn't over yet.
Now, I've heard multiple people say that the accents in
Shakespeare been real quiet since this dropped.
stereotypes in this game are absolutely awful and offensive. But to those people, I'd like to inform you. Chrome Studios is an Australian company. This is all in good fun. I also learned quite a bit of new terminology.
You ripper! But if you ask me, I think
This is
it's
true.
a load of bull dust. Oh, you little ripper, Ty! You found a fair dinkum rainbow scale!
If you ever wanted to learn Australian slang, you just play this game.
Either way though, this game has personality, and that's commendable in any game. If I'm playing through a video game, I want it to have a noticeable motivational factor in it. Something that continues to make the world believable and the goal, mundane or not, worth fighting for. This game captivates that well.
Captivates that? Is that grammar?
It can
Anyway.
be a little shaky in some areas, but for the most part, the game is compelling. The first level we're dropped into is 2
Thanks,
Up.
Chris.
This level serves to teach us the mechanics of the game and the environments we can look forward to exploring. Rather than being a typical tutorial level, this game tries to be humorous and upbeat. It was a fantastic way to introduce me to Ty's world. I looked forward to playing this game, and because of the mechanics I learned, I knew I was going to have a blast. For starters, Ty here fights with boomerangs. Yeah, go figure. In addition to taking down baddies, he can use them to solve puzzles and activate objects. There are a wide array of boomerangs Ty can use by defeating bosses and collecting golden cogs. every time you defeat
Golden Cox. Do I have a Discord server? Yes. You can find it on my channel banner. It's next to the Patreon button, I think. It doesn't show the Discord logo for some reason, but it's
boss will
there.
get an elemental boomerang, such as the Flamerang, the Frosty Rang, and the Zappy Rang. Every time Ty collects 15 golden cogs, he'll get a specialized Techno Rang from the machine Mari here calls
The cogulacious boomerangorous extrapolator.
These Techno Rangs have so
The editing is so jittery, man. Oh, I can't.
The Zoomerang allows you to snipe enemies. And
At least they
hit
got
far
better at
away.
the audio
The
mixing.
Megarang
Or
allows you to
audio
bounce a
editing.
boomerang
Audio
off
mixing
other
is still not my
enemies
strongest
repeatedly.
suit.
And the Multi-Rang allows you to go fucking berserk and throw like 70 million boomerangs at once.
I like that the top of his body moves, but the lower part stays still.
As you can probably tell, it's my favorite. Speaking of collecting,
Yeah, you know what? That still holds up. It is my favorite.
this game is a
Just because of that.
platformer, so as you'd expect, you'll be doing a lot of that. These little things are called opals, and collecting 300 of them grants you a Thunder Egg. Thunder Eggs are your main power star or
Thanks, Skelecat. Oh, it's cool to see you here.
Jiggy-esque item in this game. Don't ask me what a Thunder Egg is because I have no idea. I'm not even sure the game really knows. These are your keys to unlocking the path to each talisman. Which is why I question who in their right mind would want to keep it from Ty if they want him to save Australia.
Now, this is low-hanging fruit. Why are the NPCs holding out on you?
Why do NPCs in these types of platformers do that?
Shut
They
up.
don't want to die a horrible death.
Shut up, bro.
It would probably be a good idea to just fork over the damn things. But
Shut up.
no. They'll have our hero, like, drive to the store and buy their groceries or something before they hand over the goddamn Thunder Egg that's supposed to save their life. I'm pretty sure staying alive is more important than your errands you have to run, guys. Like, come on.
I want to die.
Ty's just one guy. You can't expect him to do all of that on his own. He's already got a lot on his plate. Just, like, cool off for a second.
This was 5 years ago, huh?
You can also find 5 bilbies, and once you find them all, they'll give you a Thunder Egg. Sound familiar? Yeah, it's basically the equivalent to finding all the Jinjos in Banjo-Kazooie. Structurally, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger borrows elements primarily from Banjo. Why do I keep saying fum? Chum is fum. Structurally,
What? What the fuck was that? I'm sorry?
Banjo-Kazooie. Structurally, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger borrows. You can also find 5 bilbies, and once you find them all, they'll give you a Thunder Egg.
I need to
Sound
hear that
familiar?
again.
Yeah, it's basically the equivalent to finding all the Jinjos in Banjo-Kazooie. Structurally, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger borrows elements primarily from Banjo. Why do I keep saying fum? Chum is fum. Structurally,
What? I'm so confused by that bit.
why do I?
Oh, I said, instead of from, I said fum. Got it. Well, if it took me that long to realize why I said that, probably not a worthwhile bit.
Borrows elements primarily from Banjo, as a lot of collectathons from this era did. It's the level design, aesthetics, and personality of this game that make it stick out. The level design is immersive and well thought out. I love looking around for collectibles, and I love how upbeat the whole game seems. I tend to eat that shit up in platformers, if I may be honest, but Ty really does make the world seem believable. There are interesting ways of solving puzzles and exploring areas.
One thing I learned pretty late, and I'm ashamed to admit, well, not really ashamed, is that I used the word interesting a lot when I was writing these scripts, and don't use the word interesting. It means nothing. If you're ever writing videos, don't, because it conveys nothing. I'm supposed to be interested in this. Okay, why? That's what you should be answering.
Most situations involve the boomerangs, but some situations actually require thinking outside of the box to solve puzzles and fight enemies. The prime example actually happens in the last third of the game, and it's a good one. After learning all of the mechanics in the game, as well as solutions to problems beforehand, the game tests you with Liar Liar Pants on Fire. Great name, I know, but hear me out. Lenny the Lyrebird is, of course, a filthy liar. In order to traverse this level, you've got to think around what he's telling you. It starts out with simple things such as taking an alternate path or pressing a hidden button instead of the one he's referring to.
This button opens the door.
He never shuts up, by the way. Also, doesn't he sound a tad like Gilbert Gottfried? Anyways, later in the level you're—
There's a lot to deconstruct with this video. Okay, first of all, the choppy editing, the sound mixing, the peaking in my mic, the bad jokes. That wasn't even a joke. He does sound like Gilbert Gottfried. I'm pretty sure that was the point.
You come across a furnace that Lenny tells you to heat up. He's really telling the truth this time, guys. He's actually not.
I peak I peak all the time in this.
And he tells you to heat it up faster. Now think, what can we do now? He wants us to heat it up faster, but it'll just explode. He's lying.
Oh, I remember this. I thought that this was a good puzzle because he was telling you, you thought he was telling you the truth.
What if we do the opposite of what he says? That's a good idea. But how do we slow down the heating process? The frosty rang you just got in the boss. That shit is clever. I love it when games do that.
Do what? Give you an item and then expect you to use it?
Another example I really like is the second boss battle, in which you have to have this robot shark bite these...
It's okay that you peaked. Your voice is mixed too quiet to tell. Yeah.
I think that's what they are. And then ignite them with the flamerang.
The entire audio is very quiet. I think I was scared of peaking, but then it just kept peaking anyway.
I'm praising this game for something. Calm down.
Very strange.
This continues up until the final boss. Cass's pass
this is still
keep you on your toes at all
not to
times.
this extent. I don't
Even
struggle with
this
it like
bat lady
this,
presents
but
some form of challenge. The final boss itself as you take down boss Cass while fending off frills and whatnot. The only drawback is the part where you use the doomerang, given to you by a bad guy turned good named Sly.
I found you, Baker.
Look at how long it takes
Easy
the
joke,
doomerang to
but
travel
true.
to Cass. Someone can make you 2 sandwiches and a goddamn glass of milk in the time it takes this boomerang to reach its destination.
It's true. It did take a long time. It did take a long time.
Either way, generally a fun game in terms of design.
Love it
right
when
to the
people make
finish.
me a glass of milk.
However, this game's design isn't always the greatest in my opinion. Let's tackle the
In
2
my
levels
opinion.
I dislike as a whole. Bridge on the River Ty is the level I hate the most. It's incredibly dark all the time, making collectible hunting a pain, and there's this overarching escort mission that I really wish didn't exist. You have to guide this chameleon fellow to his house, but the problem is, you have
Why is someone making the sandwiches for you? That's a good question. I couldn't think of a better analogy as the answer to that.
to light these fires, and they go out after a certain period of time. So you can't really wander off and fetch opals and cogs, you're stuck on this path until he's safe and sound. You can, in theory, skip this mission, but here's the thing. Each level has a primary objective you're informed of at the beginning. I like doing them to become acquainted with the level. So naturally, I did this one, and got upset by having to escort this guy first. This is more of a personal experience kind of thing, but regardless, my issues with this level still stand. In addition to this, there's actually a big problem with objectives in general in this game. Maybe it's just me.
Oh, I remember this. This was actually a good point. I don't remember this being super cringy. No, yeah, this video is factual. When people say, when people act like what you're saying in a video is fact, by the way, context is important. But if people act like what you say about, say, what I said about Half-Life 1 or 2 or whatever, Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, stuff like that, if they act like that's fact, that's a problem. You know, you don't need to justify what you're saying by saying "in my opinion," because that's what all of these videos are. They're all subjective. Subjectivity is this what this medium of entertainment is built upon.
Me, but I don't like the fact that you have to
Anyway,
talk
yeah.
to people to make objectives actually work.
So I'm saying I don't like the fact that you have to talk to people to make objectives work, and it's not like, say, Mario 64, where if you find a star in a level and it's not what you saw on the menu, where it tells you what to do, say you get the Chain Chomp star before you beat King Babam. You don't have to wait for the game to tell you to do that. You can just do it. But in this game, you have to wait. So here.
Hear me out for a second. In Walk in the Park, I found some bats in a cave. I actually got the idea to escort them out, but they would always stop at a certain point and go back. So I left the cave to find Ranger Ken just standing there. I spoke to him and he informed me of escorting bats out of a cave. Yup, that same cave I had already tried escorting bats out of. This happens on more than one occasion and it's detrimental to the game's design. I mean, Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie didn't do this. I'll call this term objective blocking. It's never a good thing.
Why did I try to invent a
Anyways,
term for
actually,
this?
The other level I dislike is that level that looks like shipwrecks on steroids in the last third of the game. This level is too big.
Oh,
for
this
something.
this bet level's massive. I don't know if you've played this game, but this level's huge, and there's nothing going on.
All the collectibles are spaced out, and there's a lot of nothing happening as a result of this. It's not fun. Other than that, there's also the bosses in this game. Aside from the boss,
All right, the rest of it, I think I just felt like I had to talk about. Bosses. Perth is a place I want to visit someday. And then the end slate. So there isn't really much else to this video. Anyway, that was the first video that I'm pretty sure is public on my channel. It's got 12,000 views. Let me sort by oldest real quick to see if that's true. Yep. Then I made a couple more. So that was 5 years ago. Needless to say, I got a little bit better, I'd like to think. I figured out what structure worked best for me. I don't really like looking at the old skits either. I kind of forced them into the video. I would say that I've kind of hit my stride and figured out what worked best for me with either Doom 2016 or Super Monkey Ball. Both of those videos are public on my channel. The Star Fox videos were fine too, but I'd probably change a lot about them. The first video, though, that I made that I'm actually kind of proud of, like, genuinely I wouldn't change much about it, probably Sonic Riders. I wouldn't really rewrite anything about that video. Sonic Riders, Spyro the Dragon, I'm fine with. I'd probably rewrite a little bit of Quake. And 2019 obviously is where things went a little better for me. Oh, you don't like the side mouth VG on Ty? Yeah, he has two side mouths. It looks like his mouth is like under his snout, and you can't see the rest of it. It's very strange. It's actually a pretty effective design in 3D at certain angles. Yeah, Sergeant Mario has been around for longer. I've been making written content for 5 years. 5 years publicly. But I've been making videos on YouTube for much longer. He knows. He's an OG. I've been making videos since on this website since 2010, maybe. 2010 or 2011. And I've been watching videos for even longer. So anyway, that was the start. When I was in college and I just graduated, I wasn't sure what I was gonna do. But I took an old video I was working on Half-Life, because I was thinking about Half-Life a lot at that time, and how important it was to me growing up, and how important the series is to me today. Oops, what the heck? What is happening? My chat died. I'll just open it on my computer. Right, yeah. So I made the video on Half-Life, and it resonated with a lot of people, I guess, and I'm still striving to improve. There are a lot of things that I want to work on. Although I consider myself pretty articulate, it's I would be completely honest when I say that I can do better. I could clean up my writing. And I could also be a little more consistent when I'm uploading. but it's difficult for me to keep a consistent upload schedule going, considering the worldwide circumstances and how they've affected me mentally, but also the just the fact that they take a lot of effort. More effort than those videos did. I was uploading videos almost weekly back then, with the exception of a few of them. It's easy to say that, yeah, definitely Moist. Or should I say Jalen? But it took a while to get there. By the time Half-Life came out, the Thai video was 3 years old. It took a lot of work, but I think it's probably living proof that if you put enough time into a channel and you're really serious about wanting to do this full time, you can do it. Absolutely. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be really, really hard. Really friggin' hard. But it will pay off if you're serious about it. I don't really speedrun anymore. I don't have enough time to do it. Scalacat doesn't either. She just streams casually. Scalacat was here earlier, and that was really cool to see her again. What video on my channel is my personal favorite? That's an excellent question. I don't know. Let me take a look. I really, really like the video on Metroid Prime. I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of the effort that I put into it. I'm a big fan of the structure of it. I mean, there are probably things that I would change, but I could say that about any video, so it's not really worthwhile to even bring it up. I'm just really happy with it. Team Fortress 2 is a lot of fun to make as well. But obviously, the more you play TF2, the more you learn. So there's obviously things I would add nowadays. Half-Life is important to me, but my favorite video is constantly changing. I'm more likely to be proud of the recent ones, though. With that said, it's either Metroid Prime or Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask was hard to write. Ocarina of Time was even harder. But they're both games I care deeply about, so... I'm really excited to get back into... make more Zelda videos. I'm really excited about that. Can't wait to get to Wind Waker. That one's gonna be fucking doozy. Wind Waker is in the running for one of my favorite games ever. Probably at least top 5. But then again, a lot of Zelda games are probably up there. Majora's Mask is up there. Oh, my internet died. Great. Hold on. Can you guys still hear me? It looks like it's... the connection cut. Oh, I'm back. Okay. Whew. Wait, am I? I am. Okay. Whew. It did not die. We are good. Thanks, Corey. Really cool to see you here. Thanks, Inc. Wait, so you guys can hear me now, right? If so, yes, I did have a Wind Waker video. I think it's still up, but it's old and outdated. I was comparing it to Twilight Princess, and because of that, it feels like the way I described it, it sounded like I was making or giving Twilight Princess the upper hand. It was stupid. So it was my internet. That's what's happening. Some cool people have showed up today. It's been great. People that I've known and have been friends with for years, and people that I've watched. Somebody showed up last time that I watched as well. Now with good internet. I thought anyway, for those of you wondering what's up next, like I said, I still plan on doing every Zelda game. I'm hoping that the break in between Zelda videos doesn't kill the momentum, but it doesn't seem to have, because I uploaded Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time like a year apart. So, there you go. Same with Oracle and Majora's Mask. Those were months apart. So I guess I shouldn't worry too much. Four Swords and Wind Waker might be back-to-back. Decades even. Yeah. Right, so if you want to see what's coming up next, I have documents pinned on my Patreon. They're free, and everybody can look at them. I have two separate documents, one for other videos and one for just Zelda. And I'll actually bring them up for you real quick. So, this is what's going on. Zelda currently... I say July? Yeah, July, yeah, that's right. Zelda has its own document. Other videos have its own document. Here's the plan right now. These dates are... I might as well just remove these. These change. This is my next video. Resident Evil. Might as well strike while the iron's hot. And also because I really enjoyed these two games, and but they both had weaknesses, and that's going to be interesting to outline. If you want links, they are free to inspect on Patreon. Link to the Past, that Link to the Past video was 2019, and then Ocarina was October 2020. Yeah, they were a year apart. Yeah, I did have an old GameCube video, but I privated it because I have plans to do a different one. A better one. This year. So it served its purpose. Oh man, what was that? Heads up. Speaking of the when the residents are evil moment. We need to be careful, Jill. Every resident in this house is evil. And then somebody else made the, we need to be careful, Jill. Every bio in this house is hazard. It's so stupid. What else? But yeah, that's where I'm going from here. If you ever want to check it out, you can look at that link. Other than that, I'm just going to keep making videos, and hopefully you guys stick around for what's next. If you feel like supporting me directly, you can use YouTube memberships or Patreon. You can get early access to videos, see scripts, stuff like that. But just tuning in like this is more than enough. Honestly. With that said, I think we've covered everything that I wanted to cover tonight. I don't want to make this a huge blowout kind of thing. I just wanted to convey how grateful I am to be in the position that I am. And just look back at some of the stuff that I was doing to get here, because it's important to know where I came from. And It's humbling. I hate that word. Why did I use that word? I guess it's true, though. But it definitely has been a ride. And I hope to be here for another 5. Anyway, that's about it from me. Thank you all so much for everything. I hope I can continue to entertain you guys for years and years. I don't ever want to stop doing this. And if I do, there better be a damn good reason. Because this is great. I love the freedom I have here. Especially in a time when I feel like I don't have much freedom. None of us really do. And while some of those freedoms are being restored, it's a little rough. So, I'm very grateful. But enough of that. Back to work on my next video. Gotta shut my mouth. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Hope you have a great night, day, afternoon, evening, Christmas. And I'll see you in the next video / stream / whatever. You want to hang out on Discord? I got a link for you. Let's see if I can find the link. I'm gonna assume that this is the link. Yes. I'm gonna let me check if this is a valid link before I send it for you. It is. Good. Okay. So if you want to hang out, there's the invite. Otherwise, yeah. See you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.